What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're creating a sketch illustration of a Jaguar. Let's begin today's lesson by adding some guidelines to help with the symmetry and balance of our drawing. We're going to start by adding a line coming down the center of our page. So we'll start from the very top. It's going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom. Now let's go to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now we want to establish the size of the Jaguar's head by sketching a circle in the center. Now I'm going to use these two lines to help us create that circle. So from the middle, go up to the top. So I'm going to mark off the top of our circle. Let's take that same distance down towards the bottom and do the same thing. Now I want to repeat those steps across this horizontal line. So the same distance from the center over toward the left and then the right. Let's connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. I just want to rough this in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just want to get the right size and placement in the center of our page. Now that we have our circle in place, we're going to start blocking out the basic facial features. Let's start halfway between the top of our circle and the center. So we'll sketch a line going all the way across toward the left and right side. Now we're going to be drawing a Jaguar from a 3/4 position looking over towards the right. So let's start with the top edge of the muzzle, connect the center of our circle to the outside with a curve. We're going to go up towards that line and then bring that back down. Come all the way down towards the bottom of our circle. It's going to bend the mouth, coming down and then up with a short curve. Go back to the outside, curve the chin, coming down and then up like a half circle. Now since we're turning the head in a 3/4 position, the center of the head is going to be shifted over towards the left. So right about here, it's going to mark this off, going up and then in towards the top of the muzzle. Let's continue that curve, going up and then across towards the top of our circle. Now we're going to go back to the bottom of this line. I'm just going to curve the back side of the mouth, going out and then pull that down towards the lower jaw. Now in the center, let's draw a straight line going across. Down and then in like an upside down triangle towards that center seam. Now I want to place the eye along this line. So from the middle, sketch a small circle. Then from the top, angle is down towards the left and right. From the bottom, angle up and then out. Now I want to draw the profile edge of the head. So from the top of the muzzle, draw a straight line going up. And we'll bend this across just underneath that circle towards the left. Let's add in the ear, going up with an angled line, and then come down towards that eye line. Now I want to continue the curve of the head in behind the ear. It's going to bend the neck, going out and then down. Let's go underneath the jaw, bend the neck, going out and down. Now that we have the basic shape of the head, I want to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines so you get a better look at the proportions. Also removing some of that circle along the left side. Now I'm going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us refine the shape and add some more details. Let's start with the nose. I'm going to start by rounding out the top. Now I'm not getting too detailed, I just want to capture the right shape and proportions. Just pulling this in towards the middle and a thick trim coming down. I just want to just round out the bottom of the muzzle on either side. Go up along the outside. I'm just going to slope the head, coming up towards the top, adding a bump in the middle. I'm also going to draw the tip of the right ear in behind the head. Also going to round out the ear, adding a little bit more shape. Coming all the way down towards the bottom. Now I'm just going to block in the fangs along the top. Add a couple smaller ones on the inside. I'm going to go down to the bottom, add those two large fangs along the bottom corners. And then a row of teeth in between. Now let's just block out the tongue inside. Now, once we're happy with the proportions of our drawing, we're going to go back in and start adding some more contrast and details. Let's start with the eyes. It's going to start along the top. Also folding the edge of the pupil in behind. And a little bit of detail inside with the pupil and the highlight. And from here, just going to work our way across towards the nose. Just going to add some folds across the top of the muzzle. We can also add a little bit of shading just to define the edges. And then from here, we're just going to start layering in the detail. I'm going to start off with a loose sketch first. And once we feel confident with the shape and proportions, we'll go back and just darken these up. And once we're happy with the proportions, I'm going to go back and just clean up our drawing before we add our shading and add some more detail. I'm just going to darken up the areas around the eyes. I'm going to also blend into some of the spots as we go. So I'm just roughing in some of the spots across the top of the eye. I'm just going to blend the nose in towards a highlight along the top. So going a little bit lighter across the top, and then darkening up the bottom. Just going to add some spots coming across the muzzle. I'm just going to switch to a thicker pencil with a wider sheath. So you can go and just shade this in around the outside of the mouth. And then just blend this into the spots across the outside. Just going to break up the outside edge, coming down towards the bottom. And blend that down. Also going to darken up the inside of the mouth, going around the teeth and the tongue. Now along the chin, I just want to add a little light fur texture. So I'm just going to pull these short little lines going up and then in across the chin, and then just working our way across the outside. You can also add a few light spots. And then from the mouth, I'm just going to pull that fur coming down. Now before we start adding the spots, I want to go in and just add some shadows and some various tones around the ear. So just going to darken up the inside and then fade that out. Also working around the perimeter of the ear. I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow underneath the head and then fade that out. And now I'm going to go and start adding some dark spots. I'm going to start from the top of the head, just working with the curve of the head coming down and then in towards the brow. Adding some thicker spots. And just merging some of these spots together. Now I'm just going to work these spots around the eye. So I'm going to come around the side. And along the top, I'm just going to go a little bit smaller. And then go larger with the spots as we come down the side of the head and the neck. I'm going to go back and add some fur texture inside the ears. I'm going to shade the back side of the tongue and then fade that out as you come forward. Also darkening up that fold in between. as we get closer to the end, I'll continue to add some more details and layer in the whiskers, and also be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of a Jaguar. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Hey everyone, if you really want to discover your artistic potential, then join our Club Masterclass membership. For just $1 a month, you'll gain instant access to exclusive members-only drawing tutorials, virtual art camps, and much, much more. Join our thriving community of passionate artists just like you, and let your creativity soar. So just click that link in the description, and I'll see you in the club.